Well, World Rugby's nominees for the 2024 Year Awards are out, folks, and it's a pretty green-looking list for the men's 15s Player of the Year category, with 3 Boks and 1 Irishman receiving those nominations. We'll go through the nominations pretty quick. You guys can let us know your thoughts, who the favourites are in each of the categories. And I'll give you my tips for who I reckon might take it out as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, folks. There's still a bit of rugby to come before the year is out. Men's 15s, Peter Steph Du Toit, Cheslin Colby, Eben Etzebeth, Kalen Doris. These are your 4 nominees. There's still no prop love. Like, these awards have been around for bloody ages now, and we have never had a single prop get nominated for Player of the Year. I get it that props don't play as many minutes and they don't do as flashy stuff as many other positions, but come on, can a prop get a nomination? Ox probably deserved a nomination based on some of the form we've seen from him this year. Even if he didn't win it, just give me a nomination. Like Tyke Furlong that year that Sexton won it was at least worthy of a nomination. There's others as well throughout the history of these awards, but still no prop nominations. Not going to happen. You got Peter Steph. I think standout things for him is he's won it before. That's going to put him as potentially one of the favourites. Remember, he filled in as a lock and a loose forward equally well. Was a standout player in many of the games that he played. I think he's played 10 games all up. Only 1 from the bench. Scored like 4 tries, which is not bad. So he'll be a strong contender. Colby, I think he's played 9 games if you include the one he's been named for against Wales this weekend. Also scored 4 tries, mostly on the right wing, 1 game on the left. But he's just been doing some highlight reel worthy crazy moments, be them defenders beating steps and kicks and all kinds of stuff. Eben, I think, has played the most games of the 3 Bok boys. I think he'll be 12 if he comes off the bench against Wales. He's also kind of standing out in that he has, I think, broken that record, right, for Springbok most capped player. He's captained the side. He's played the most games of them all. 4 from the bench, though, so not quite as many. And then Kalen Doris, 9 games. I think he's pretty much started them all, mostly at number 8. And he probably will play if he gets named at the weekend. 1 at number 7. I don't think Doris is going to win. I think it's going to come down to one of the Bok lads. If I had to pick, I think based on like my own team of the week, it's probably going to be Peter Steph. But it would be nice to see one of the other guys take it. What can I say? I like to see somebody new win it. But yeah, based on all those team of the week vids I did on stats and whatnot, it's probably Peter Steph. But the guys who choose don't base it on stats. 4 nominees for the Breakthrough Player of the Year. You got Emmanuel Faber-Bosso from England, Jamie Osborne from Ireland, Sasha Feinberg-Ngomazulu from South Africa, and Wallace Satiti from New Zealand. I reckon Satiti is probably the favourite for that one. Mainly because he's played a lot more games than the other guys in terms of his starts. Like, he's had the most starts of any of those guys. He's genuinely gone from outside of the squad to being a pretty much bang-on starting player, which has not happened. I think Sasha Feinberg-Ngomazulu, if he had have not been injured in the Rugby Championship and had kept playing through to the November tests, then he's probably the favourite. But the fact that he's only played... He's at 8 games, 3 starts, whereas Satiti's 9 games, 7 starts. I think Satiti's got the edge there. But it might be a South African sweep for Player of the Year. Osborne has only played 4 games, 2 starts. I think he's probably the least favourite. And Faber-Bosso has had 6 starts. He's also kind of done that thing to go from a bench player to become a regular starter for England. And he's had a hell of a try scoring run. I think he's had 5 tries in 9 games. So he's also a good shout. But England aren't as quite a sexy pick at the moment with their form not being as good. So my guess would be Satiti. But maybe that's just a bit of New Zealand bias. As I said, I think it's Sasha if he's not injured at this time of year. There's always a bit of recency bias with these awards. Now, 7s, I don't really watch enough 7s to be an authority on that one, but I would be very surprised if Dupont doesn't take out the men's 7s. And again, from a New Zealand point of view, Michaela Blyde for the women's 7s, she had a bloody good Olympics campaign, but Madison Levi was good as well, but I'm going to go with Dupont and Blyde for the 7s awards. For the women's 15s awards, I'll be surprised if it's not one of the English girls who takes that out just in the form that they've had. But again, I don't watch enough women's rugby to be, kind of really sure of myself on that one. Someone let me know who you think the favourite is. They've also got Try of the Year, both men's and women's, which you guys can vote on as long as you register with World Rugby's website if you wish to. For the men's try of the year, I am picking the Tabutadze try, where the Georgians go length of the field from their own goal area. They chuck it around a quick bit. Tabutadze hoofs it clear, chases it, gathers it, and grabs it. And then for the women's one, I'm going to go Georgia Ponsonby. It's a proper team try, whole heap of hands. I think that's the one that's going to win. Personally, coach of the year, I guess it's going to be Rassi, given the year that they've had, but he and World Rugby don't have the best relationship, so they could find a way to give it to Contepomi, because the Pumas have also had a great year, beating all three of their rivals in the Rugby Championship for the first time ever. Joe Schmidt's turned the Wallabies around, but that'd be a whole heap of recency bias for Schmidt. Maybe John Mitchell with the England women's team. They're set a literal new world record for the highest ever points total on Rugby World Rankings for men's or women's game. Like, England are higher than that All Black side that had the spot for 10 years or whatever, higher than they ever got. So they're doing some good things, but obviously the world rankings go back longer than just how long John Mitchell's been with them recently. They were already a pretty good point when he picked up the coaching role. But yeah, who do you folks reckon takes out the awards? Is it going to be a sweep like coach, breakthrough player, and player of the year for the Bok boys, or do you think there'll be a sprinkling of other teams in there as well? You guys let us know your thoughts. Do you think Ox got robbed? Subscribe to the channel, like I said, if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.